It's day 4 of Vlogmas and it's time to announce a read-along that has been a very poorly kept secret for the last few months. Hi everyone, my name's Chloe, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here today. Today's video, as I said, is going to be an announcement video for something that doesn't really need announcing because we have been talking about this very openly on sprints, live shows, just in general for the last however many months. This has been in the works since I think July was when me and Lisa first started talking about it. Basically, myself, Lisa and Catherine are going to be hosting KRISTOFFALONG, which is a read-along of books by J. Kristoff and someone else, but we will get to that in a minute. So, how did this come about? Well, I first started reading J. Kristoff a few years ago now when I read Illuminae and actually didn't love it. And then later on, I started reading the Aurora cycle, enjoyed that one and much more. And then last year, eventually picked up Nevernight, fell in love with it, read the entire series in one weekend, picked up Empire of the Vampire very quickly afterwards, and quickly found out that he's one of my favourite authors. I just really like his writing style, his sense of humour. It seems like his books are ones that really work for me. I've gone back and reread Illuminae since, given all that series 5 stars, finished the Aurora cycle. Basically, I've read a lot of Kristoff. My friends are all kind of at different levels of how much they have and haven't read, and there's some like me who just really want to reread some of the things. There's people who have maybe read one of his series but not read some of the others, or maybe have started a series and haven't picked up the second and third book in a trilogy yet. Basically, we're all just wanting to do something to do with reading his books, so we thought, why not start a read-along to encourage us all to carry on reading J. Kristoff's books. So, like I said, it's going to be myself, Lisa and Catherine. We're going to do live shows every month for the books that we're reading, and they will be alternating between whose channels they're on. I know the first one is on my channel. I'm not entirely sure what the setup is for everyone else's after, but most of these book series we're reading are trilogies, so it probably will be that we'll have one book each from the trilogy on our channels. But if you would like to know kind of when the live shows are happening, all the specifics of dates and things like that closer to the time, do follow our Twitter, which I'm going to link down below. We will be posting any dates and confirmations and things like that on there. We do have a Discord as well, which is also linked down below, so please come and join us there, and we'll have discussions on all of the books as we're reading them before we get to the live shows. Basically, we want this to be as interactive as possible. We really want to share this reading experience with you all. There'll be buddy reads and things like that as well. All of that information is to come closer to the time, but what I wanted to do for this video is just basically to let you know that it is all happening and to give you an idea of the schedule and what books we're going to be reading, so you can all be prepared for next month. So like I said, it's books of J. Kristoff, and it will also feature another author as well. So the idea at the minute is to kind of alternate between series. So we're going to start off with a J. Kristoff series, we're then going to move on to a J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman series, and then come back to a J. Kristoff series. I'm not going to give you the rundown of the order of every series at the minute, purely because we don't have the release date for EOTV 2 yet, and when we have that release date, we will be trying to fit that series into the read-along as soon as possible, because I cannot wait to read that sequel. I will be reading it the day that I get it, so we need to fit that in ASAP. So we have the first 2 series planned, but we're just going to start with the first one today that's set in stone, and then what we'll do is we'll have more of these announcement videos on various channels to keep you up to date with where we're going next. But like I said, I can tell you what the first series is, because the first series is my favourite series. I am very excited to be rereading this one, and it is Nevernight. Of course it's Nevernight. It was my favourite book that I read last year, so it seems only fitting that I'm going to be starting next year by rereading it. So Nevernight tells the story of Mia Kaveri, who basically, as a child, has some pretty terrible things happen to her and decides that she wants to get revenge, and to do that she's going to join this group of assassins which is called the Red Church. And this first book is all about her going and joining them and starting to train with them, and I'm not going to say too much else because things happen from there. I'll just read you the end of the synopsis. It said, inside the church's halls, Mia must prove herself against the deadliest of opponents and survive the tutelage of murders, liars and demons at the heart of the murder cult. The church is no ordinary school, but Mia is no ordinary student. I, like I said, really, really love this series. It is grimdark. Do not expect to go into this to read like a YA fantasy, even though you may sometimes see it shelved in the YA section in your bookstore. It definitely is not. I am very excited to reread this. I'm actually planning on rereading my LitJoy special edition set because that's got annotations from J. Kristoff throughout it. So I get to read sort of like extra tidbits about the book series as well, which I will be talking through when I get to the live show. Speaking of the live show, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier on in the video, but just in case I didn't, it will be happening around about the first week of February. It's going to be on my channel. When we have the specific date for it, we will put it on the Twitter. So do go and follow us on there. And then the live shows after for Dark Dawn and God's Grave will be on Lisa and Catherine's channel. Again, not entirely sure what the order is for those yet, but as soon as we do know, we will put them on there. But basically, the information you need to know right now is that KRISTOFFALONG is happening. We're starting with Nevernight in January. We'll be doing God's Grave in February and Dark Dawn in March. And then we will be moving on to one of the J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman series. We haven't quite decided which yet, but stay tuned for that update. And for all of the updates, please do join us on the Twitter and the Discord. I think that's everything that you need to know. This is a very like short but sweet video just to let you know that KRISTOFFALONG is happening, and I can't wait to chat to you guys about these books, whether it is your first read or a reread. I'm just really excited to see people's thoughts and opinions on these books, so I hope a lot of you are able to join us with this read along. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Lisa and Catherine for hosting this with me. I will have linked both their channels down below. Please do go and subscribe to them so that you see when the live shows are scheduled, and I will see you guys tomorrow with a new video. Bye.